Coverage you can count on. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for watching Eyewitness News at 6. Cindy Sexton is on first at 4 tomorrow. We are following a developing story this afternoon. Hamilton County Sheriff Jim Hammond has tested positive for coronavirus. This after he was in direct contact with someone who was infected. Now, during interviews recently, the sheriff has admitted that he often chooses not to wear a mask. Channel 3's Meredith Aldis is live outside the sheriff's office with more details. Meredith?
David, we're told Sheriff Jim Hammond found out this morning that he was in direct contact with someone who had tested positive.
And that's not all. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee is in quarantine at his home after a member of his security detail tested positive for COVID-19. The governor has tested negative. He says he's feeling fine. He's quarantining with First Lady Maria Lee out of an abundance of caution. Now, earlier today, Maria Lee visited Westwood Elementary School in Manchester, Tennessee. The governor's office protocol requires masks and social distancing. No staff members are believed to be positive at this time. And just into the newsroom moments before I walked out here, Alabama's head football coach Nick Saban has tested positive for coronavirus. This on the eve of the Georgia game coming up this weekend and the Alabama-Tennessee game coming up a week from Saturday. Will those games be played now that Nick Saban has tested positive? Paul Shaheen's looking into that. We'll have more details coming up in sports. Now to Decision 2020. The crowded first day of voting, early voting in Tennessee is wrapping up. Our Joy Dukes is live with a recap of what voters had to deal with today and what you can expect when you go in to vote early. Joy?
Well, yeah, David, the word of the day was lines, and many of them were wrapped around the building at polling locations in Hamilton County.
Now, there's frustration about the Supreme Court's decision to end the count for the 2020 census. In April, the deadline was originally extended to October 31st due to COVID-19. Our Travis Cummings heard from a concerned member of one organization here in Chattanooga. Travis is live with more on this story.
Well, David, the city and other organizations have had boots on the ground this year, reaching those hard-to-count areas and minority.
Thank you, Travis. We have more news ahead on Eyewitness News at 6.
This is one where we need the community's help. This guy needs to be locked up.
And you'll see what this man has done that has the police looking for him. His rather unusual style choices may help get him behind bars. Greg Glover has more in Crime Stoppers.
Well, we got into the 80s today. Are we going to get in the 80s tomorrow? Well, I'll tell you all about that and when some much cooler weather is going to be moving our way. It's all coming up.